Anyways, I love to start a hobby and quit the next day. Started the morning off at the farmer's market. Big stock up for the week. We got fresh eggs, chicken breast. It's like fun exploring the vendors and like finding your favorites and stuff. I'm very into this right now. Apples, heirloom tomato. We've got ricotta, buffalo ricotta. This we make sandwiches with, the buffalo mozzarella. Delicious. This bakery, the She-Wolf Bakery, has quickly become like one of our favorites, and we've been trying all of the breads from them. Literally all of the breads. This is a toasted sesame loaf, so we'll probably make like sandwiches and stuff on that. Trader Joe's doesn't have maple butter anymore, at least at mine. If they still have it at your stock up, but I decided to get maple cream from this place that has like maple syrup and stuff. Lots of cloves of garlic. This is our first time doing this. I've always wanted to be a girly who like gets her milk from the farmer's market. Comes in these glass bottles. It feels very, was not alive during that era of like the milkman and stuff, but it feels very like that. So this is from a farm and you do like a glass bottle deposit basically. So we got, 2% reduced fat milk. And then I really needed to try their chocolate milk. And I had a vision to like make like a chocolate latte. I don't know, guys. Sounds pretty good. And lastly, we got butter. Oh, and then we got our knives sharpened. They have a man who pulls up in his truck. It's so old school. I love it. And he sharpens your knives. I'm excited to have sharp knives again because they were definitely getting dull, and he was like giving us tips on how to keep them sharp and stuff. Oh, they look amazing. Oh yeah, they're gonna be cutting stuff up. Wow, what a successful farmer's market run. And now we have like a cozy rainy day. So let's see what we get into. My current fixation is watching old Ina and Martha content.
Here, let me help you. Careful.
TV in the bedroom, that's what we have going right now. My hair is just clipped to the top because I am getting ready now for a panel. It's here in Brooklyn. It's at Long Island University, but it's through Emily Blair Public Relations, which is a PR company that Danielle and I have worked with before. They're awesome. They asked us to speak on a panel like to students. It's a career day panel thing for students who are interested in like marketing and PR, which is very up my alley. And we are doing a full panel about podcasting with some other podcasters. So very exciting for me. I'm taking every opportunity I can to speak because I want to improve my public speaking, and I think panels and things like that are great ways to do it. Nice way to spend the Sunday. Can I just say, thank the skin gods. I've honestly been really diligent with my skincare routine, but like, guys, no, this is just skincare on, nothing tinted, nothing whatever. Been waking up this past week with like the most clear, bright skin, and I just am so grateful. But I feel like I put in the work to get here. I will show you guys my skincare routine a little bit later in this vlog. Skincare is so personal. Like the products, we could use the same products and it could have different results, and it takes a long time, I think, of use of each product to see what is actually helping. They're both like gone too soon. But when my skin is good, I like to use like lighter coverage products and stuff because I just don't feel the need to have heavy makeup on, even when I'm like doing something like this, like speaking, because I just am like, I want my skin to shine, baby, right? Because I've always like hoped and wished to have skin this clear, so now I'm like, I gotta let it shine, With that being said, I've been loving Jones Road products because I just feel like they are so light. This is the everyday sunscreen, tinted sunscreen. Now, if you told me I was just using a tinted sunscreen even 6 months ago on a day like this, where I'm like speaking on a panel, I'd be like, that's just not happening. What? We gotta do the full beat, baby. I feel like Jones Road products are very minimal coverage and stuff for the most part. Time and place, baby. Sometimes I need a little bit thicker of a coverage. But right now, just like a little bit of light that, and then like concealer and stuff, of course. This is the Jones Road Neutralizer Pencil. Bobby used a bunch of these products on me, so honestly completely like taught me how to use them over the summer. And I have been reflecting on her doing my makeup a lot recently when I've been like doing my own makeup and thinking about technique and placement and honestly just the product she used. So this neutralizer pencil kind of like cancels out darker tones, and I feel like brightens, so it looks really good under the eyes. It's like a concealer, but it doesn't really, it more so cancels out tones, I feel. Surprisingly, I actually love the fact that it's a pencil, and at first it took a little bit of getting used to it. I was like, what do you mean? It's like a concealer corrector type product, but it's like a pencil. I literally sharpen it. But once I started using it and realizing that, yeah, it's a pencil, but it's so so creamy that it blends really nicely too, just like with your finger. I got it. And then this is the face pencil, which is like the more concealer type product. All blends really, really nicely too. I'm using the Jones Road Miracle Balm in Pinched Cheeks. Kind of like a layering effect. Just kind of gives a very natural flush. And then Jones Road Best Blush in the shade Pop. This is a gorgeous color. I feel like this layered with the balm that I just showed you is really good. Kind of make it more like dewy and less powdery. That's kind of like the whole vibe here, is like, I don't want like a super powdery face. But with that being said, I still do use powder. Like, I'm gonna use a setting powder now. I'm still using Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, just generally all over my face to kind of set things in place. Bronzer. I've been into bronzer, not contour. I feel like just adding a little bit of warmth kind of has been doing the trick for me, instead of maybe like if I'm going out at night, like a heavier contour. But otherwise, I just kind of am like using bronzer as a way to warm up my face and not like to make the cheekbones sharp and stuff. Also, like, let's face the facts, like, I'm not a makeup artist, so like when I do contour and stuff, it doesn't look as good as when I like, you know, Kat's doing my makeup and it's like a snatched contour. I just do the bronzer, you know. This is Jones Road Just a Sec eyeshadow. Cool taupe. Well, I'm really doing like full face of Jones Road. It's really just doing it for me. Brow pencil, also Jones Road. I really like their brow pencils because they have like little mini fibers in them. It's just so easy to use because it's literally like another big crayon, but it has those like brow like fibers, so it doesn't just look like you used like an eyeliner on your brows. Lip liners is Forever Walnut. And now really just mascara, right? I also like to do the setting spray before mascara because I feel like it makes my mascara go everywhere. That was Charlotte Tilbury. What mascara should we use? Should I just go full Jones Road? I do like this Jones Road one a lot. I like the shape of the wand. It's a curved wand. Okay, we're about to head out to speak. I figured out an outfit. What brand is this top from? I think it's from the brand Nia. I love it because it looks like it gives the illusion of like a really snatched waist. And then I'm wearing these black pants that I've had forever from Favorite Daughter. I always forget about them, but they're just like a classic black like slack almost. And then I'm just using my black Chanel bag. These earrings are Electric Picks. I'm wearing just comfortable heels from Amazon because I want to be comfy and I need some sort of like a rain jacket. I think it's a vibe. Career Summit, Long Island University in Brooklyn. So I think it's like students and like young professionals that are here, and we're going to.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the vibes are.
Speak about podcasting
because it is our career, which is crazy.
Yes, on a Sunday. Don't throw out any important documents. Besides that, we're good. You're good.
They're co-hosts of Gals on the Go podcast, a top charting podcast and media brand. All right, let's get started with Danielle and Brooke. So I think what's so special is that our audience has really grown up with us, which is so fun. So a lot of the inspiration at first comes from our audience. When it comes to content creation, like creating from that lens as well. Like, is this something I would click on? We really like to make the shows also like a full experience. So if we're selling merch, we have like our friends and family who we talk about on the podcast or who have been on our podcast, like selling the merch. Because if people are paying money and coming out or even planning a trip, even sometimes to come see us, which is so amazing and we are so thankful, we want to make it worth their time.
About me is I love to start a hobby and quit the next day, but we're gonna try a new hobby. I feel like it is the season of grandma hobbies. Shout out to Kenzie, my friend Kenzie Elizabeth. I feel like popularized the concept of these grandma hobbies. Now I already read, and I definitely do read, but I wanted like a cozy activity that I could do through the winter. And I've been seeing a lot about needlepointing, so I think I want to pick up like just a beginner's kit, see if I like it. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna get like one project. But we're gonna go uptown on a little journey to an actual needle pointing store because I thought that would be what we should do. Let's go needlepoint. Now went and got my first needlepoint project from Rita's. They are sweet angels in there. Like I could have stayed in there all day looking at everything, but just went to the Pura Vida uptown. Got a pumpkin spice latte. Brought home lunch from Pura Vida. I get the spicy tuna bowl pretty much every time. It's so good. And I needed to show you guys my first needlepoint project. I got this one because it comes with the yarn, the needle, the stitch guide, everything. This is not a cheap hobby, so hopefully I like it. I can make it into an ornament if I get it finished. I thought it was cute. Good morning. Guys, I stayed up until 3 a.m. doing this last night because I finally got the stitch down, or so I think, down at probably 12:30. I was watching so many videos and I just was like, it feels so basic. Like, you know, they were like, you go across and over. I'm like, I had a feeling that would trip me up a little bit. Like whenever I like mess up, I just kind of cut it and start over. But this is my canvas so far. We have some pulls, but overall I'm doing the cross stitch and I believe I'm doing it correctly. I see in the back like the rows. It is really peaceful, and like my first project, I'm really paying attention to it. So I was doing it for like 2 hours and I was listening to no music, no podcast, nothing, and I realized that just 2 hours went by. I was like, what the heck? How was I doing this for 2 hours? But you get really into it. And when you're still trying to figure out like the changing directions and stuff, like I feel like it's almost like a puzzle a little bit. Threading the needle is really annoying without a needle threader because I was like licking it and whatever, like not right. A needle threader and a mini scissor will help me greatly, I think, because like the big scissor just like kind of frays the yarn. Very into this hobby, and I like that you have like a physical thing after that you could give as a gift. So this will be an ornament. Getting the projects finished, I guess, is a whole other thing. I don't know. Kenzie Elizabeth, my friend, she is amazing at all of this stuff and like very big into needlepoint, so you should go watch her videos if you are interested in this at all, because I feel like her content is very much so like catered towards how to. I'm texting her for everything. So
3 hours later.
Okay, so I said that I would do a skincare routine and I meant it. Very, very clear right now. I am endlessly grateful for it. And it's 1000% because I did Accutane, but now I just want to keep it clear. I want to keep it bright. I figured I would show you guys some of my go-to products and like when I use them. I don't have anything on my skin right now. It's like I slept in because I stayed up so late and I feel completely thrown off right now. In my head right now, it feels like it's like 10 a.m., but I think it's actually like 2 p.m. Wow, okay. I've been loving the Rhode glazing milk. I use this like an essence. So basically as soon as I get out of the shower, as soon as I wash my face, this is the first thing that goes on my skin. Apparently lets everything else soak in better. I don't even know, are you supposed to pat it in like this? I do. We're going no makeup to the gym, which is so crazy. I guess this is like the skincare I would do before I go to the gym. I put on my skincare really every morning. This is the first morning I like woke up and like didn't immediately put it on, but it's just because I woke up so late. Show some brightening products that I'm really liking, because that's like my focus right now, is just to really brighten my skin, specifically to fade dark spots, but also to just like have really bright glowy skin. I've been really liking the Caudalie Vino Perfect serum. I like the texture of this too. It's creamy, it blends into the skin nicely, makeup wears really well on top of it. I feel like it's like really nice for skin prep, so love that, even though, you know, we're not even doing skin prep really today. Even though that is kind of like a vitamin C serum, these are 2 other vitamin C serums that I like. They're both from Paula's Choice. This one's more like, it's like a straight up liquid pretty much. It's a booster, so I think you're supposed to add it into something else, but I just use it on its own like once or twice a week. This I use a little bit more frequently. I kind of like looking at my skin and like thinking about like what I need or what I feel like I could do to kind of like make my skin, you know, feel its best that day. I don't know. Anyone else do that? Intuitive skincare. This one is, I could show you, more of like an everyday for me. It's a bit of a thicker serum, so do that. Also wears well under makeup, which is shocking because I feel like vitamin C for me in the past has been like really pilly under makeup. Now at this step, I don't know if this does anything. Usually after I put on like a few serums, I will go ahead and spritz my face with Rhode. I don't know, like they say that you could apply this at any time. Some people use this as the prep. I have no idea. I feel like this and the glazing milk might be the exact same product. I truly don't know. I just like spritzing this throughout the skincare routine. Under eyes, I like this Paula's Choice, also brightening, but I always use under eye cream, almost morning and night, every day, because I feel like that's like one area of my skin that I've always been kind of hyper focused on. For me, a priority is keeping it smooth, because this way when I wear concealer, at least like it wears nice and smooth on top of it. Like it just makes the makeup application look better when it's like nice and moisturized under there, and obviously helps with brightness too. I don't use this every time, but I really do still like snail mucin. This is also technically an essence, so it should be like the first thing on your skin, but I usually do the Rhode glazing milk and then I'll do this. It actually looks really nice on the skin, but I actually like doing it after I shower. So typically like after when I'm like getting ready to go to bed. As for other products that I use once in a while, because I'm slowly integrating like heavier, more like active ingredient products back into my routine, I use the Paula's Choice liquid exfoliant, usually like once a week. I used this last night, actually instead of my road glazing milk. So I got out of the shower and instead of putting on the road glazing milk, I used this on a cotton round, but I've also just put it on my fingers and like patted it into the skin. I feel like it's a really strong product and I do feel like it does what it needs to do, but I don't think you should overuse it, at least for me, because my skin's like still kind of, you know, post Accutane, like it's in a vulnerable spot. And then I really like these Medicube Zero Pore Pads. I don't know about the pore stuff, but I do feel like these do a good job, like these two products. Once a week using them of doing like a good clean sweep of the skin. And then I always am pretty much wearing moisturizer. For daytime, I do In Beauty Extreme Cream. I love the pump, wears well in your makeup. This is like the perfect weight of a moisturizer. I just love it. And then one that I recently tried and absolutely love is the Rhode Barrier Butter. A thicker moisturizer, but I do still feel like makeup and everything wears fine on top of it, but I do prefer using this probably at nighttime or when I'm not wearing makeup on top. Or if I'm just like going out for the day and like, you know, not putting on makeup, maybe just using SPF. You could use it. You could use it anytime. There's no rules here. I gotta go to the gym, guys. I gotta get my run in. Yeah, that's like just skincare products I'm using recently that are working for me. Who knows? Truly, who knows? I feel like, you know, I have a good system right now, so I'm trying not to add anything too crazy, but it's definitely all the Accutane. Like, I don't know if it's really any of these specific products are keeping my skin good. Like, I think I'm keeping it at bay with these products, but the Accutane is what got me this complexion, you know? I am very nervous because this is my first time doing reduced walking for my Runner Challenge, so it's gonna be like very, very little walking, a lot of running. I'm like, am I ready? Let's see. It is a gorgeous night outside, or so it looks to be. The sun is just setting earlier and earlier, man. And I think it's time. I think it's really time, guys, for the first chili of the season. Now, I don't do a lot of cooking, but one thing that I do is a chili because you just dump all the ingredients in and it's delicious and thick and hearty and protein packed and there's just something about a good chili, right? And then we're gonna do baked potatoes on the side. You'll have to forgive me, but I got the recipe for this chili from ChatGPT. Give me a good chili recipe that has mushrooms in it and is vegetarian because that's the direction we wanted to go. That's a lot of it. And then beans and other stuff. I guess we can start with the potatoes because they're gonna need time in the oven. This is just what my family has always done when we make baked potatoes, and I'm pretty sure this is like what a lot of people do. First, we're gonna stab it with a fork a few times, then you oil it up and then season it. Literally just salt and pepper, like just a few times I think with this. Ugh, I love a baked potato. It's been so long and I love a crispy outside. I have so many hobbies now. Now I have my needlepoint. I'm on my running journey. I cook sometimes. I have been reading. We gotta focus on dinner right now. I have like 8 million tabs open in my brain. And what I really just wanna do is make this chili and watch the Victoria Beckham show on Netflix. If any of you guys have watched it, my mom told me it's really good. And it's like female entrepreneur vibe, so I would like it. Get yourself a vegetable chopper, especially for like chili and stuff. Like this just makes your life so easy. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this scene in Victoria Beckham, it's the background is Spice Up Your Life, and it reminded me that in 5th grade I did a talent show dance with 4 other girls, like 4 of my friends, to Spice Up Your Life, and I still have the dance in my head to this day. It's so funny how like your brain just holds on to some things. Like I can't remember, you know, certain passwords, but like I can remember the 5th grade talent show dance that I did to Spice Up Your Life. Slam it to the left if you're having a good time, shake it to the right. And my mom was like, Brooke, you can't shimmy. But my mom is just so directed to the point. Like I was like, valid. Red bell pepper going in, onion. Okay, we're in for a cozy night now, and this is the chili. We're gonna do a taste test, and then we have the baked potato. It looks good. It looks like crispy on the outside. I mean, that didn't take much effort. The chili did though, so we can try it. Hopefully it's okay. We'll see. And we did some fresh grated cheddar on top and cilantro. I think it's good. Very flavorful. The cilantro goes very nicely with it. Very hearty, satisfying. That's what I'll say. Okay, this has been such a random like few weeks. I feel like I've been a little out of it, like mentally. Like I'm good, but at the same time I'm like, am I good? No, I am good. It's just been one of those weeks that I feel like I really needed to like lean into like filling up my own cup, and I just have had things I feel like going on in the background that like I just, you know, just like personal life things that I'm just like not Like, it's not even like tea or anything. It's just lives. So here we are. I wanted to give some needlepoint updates because I've been obsessed. Like, I feel like I could finish this, maybe not tonight, unless I like literally start right now and it's like 5 o'clock, but look at the progress. It's not perfect. Like, this is where I started, so the stitches are not perfect, but I just taught myself the basic like continental stitch, which I'm not gonna be a tutorial channel for this stuff, guys. Did follow What's the Stitch. Kenzie recommended me to follow her, and she has some tutorials on her TikTok and stuff, so you can go check those out. People have been giving me recommendations like all week on what to get and, you know, things. So I did order some things. I'm trying to like shop at local shops, but I did order from Amazon these stretchers, which apparently are going to help me greatly. So it comes with a bunch of pins and, well, actually, for reference, like it comes with like just the blocks of wood that you then put into like a frame type thing. This is really fun. These are like a bunch of colorful pins. And what you do is you just pin your work literally to the wood. Yeah, just like that. And this, I guess, like keeps it nice, the canvas nice and flat, because like when I'm stitching on it, it was like bending up a little bit on me, which I guess you don't want that to happen. You know, some people are saying my thread's too long and whatever. Like, I'm sure that there's like minor technique things that I'm gonna like get down more. But the fact that I like have the basics down, I'm very happy with that. I can just like, you know, sit there and kind of like do a section of stitches. Like, that's what I did last night. I did most of this middle section down here, even a little bit up here. And I'm like, it's a feeling of fulfillment in a way that I feel like I haven't felt in a minute. So, well, running kind of gives me that sense of fulfillment, even though I'm doing pretty light runs still. I noticed that people do these needlepoint like bags basically, which it makes sense because you have a lot of like almost like accessories, I feel like, that go along with this hobby. Other needles, the rest of your canvases if you have multiple, all of your thread. So I have had this LL Bean tote that was embroidered by a bode, and I just added some keychains that I had a Labubu, and I was like, oh, this is so fun. It's probably gonna like stay at home, but I'm just going to use it as my bag that will keep all of my stuff in it. I got this pair of scissors from Amazon. They're very good. They're like little precise scissors. I could add these to my Amazon shop. The rest of my thread, yarn, is that what we're calling it? These are my other scissors I was using before. They were obviously way too big. But someone actually gave these to us at a Gals on the Go meetup forever ago. They're from Cutco, and they had someone that worked there in their family, and they embroidered it with our old Gals on the Go logo. I will never forget that. This was seriously like one of the most thoughtful things. It was crazy. She was like, I brought you guys a knife and a pair of scissors, and we were like, whoa. And then we saw her, like, wait, that's actually so thoughtful. Concerning that security did let that through. It was really, really meaningful. I think I have some more canvases coming. I didn't realize how many of you guys are into needlepoint. I posted about this, like expecting people to be like, oh, fun, cool hobby for you, Brooke. But I got so many people reaching out like, oh my God, like you're gonna love it. I'm so deep in the community. And even some of you guys that have like your own like needlepoint businesses, which I just think is so awesome and so cool. Like I feel so like connected, you know? I think this is correct. I probably could have flattened it out even a bit more, but I feel like this is good. So this is what it looks like when it's kind of like on a, what are they called? The stretchers? Someone commented, they're like, what the back looks like is none of my business. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, they're called stretcher bars, but it literally just looks like a frame. Excited for some more canvases to come. I have some coming in the mail. So that's exciting. And then I'll be able to like share with you guys, you know, my Whip Wednesdays and stuff, which is like the work in progress. That's what everybody does. So I'm excited for this new hobby. I think it's great. I feel like it's not like the most low cost hobby, but you don't really, like, I feel like you could start with pretty basic stuff, and then if you like it, like, get nicer things, it seems. Like, when I went and just got that basic beginner kit, I didn't obviously get the stretcher bars or anything, but then I was like, wait, I like this. And I like that I can just do it, like, while I watch TV, a way to get off my phone. Feels right.